You just dropped $600 on this year's hottest driver. It has a carbon wood face. It features AI-optimized aerodynamics. The commercial promised you an effortless 15 extra yards. So why did your opening tee shot just slice straight into the parking lot? Did you pick the wrong shaft? Is the loft set too low? Should you have spent another $100 on the max forgiveness model? No, your club isn't the problem. The golf industry spends billions of dollars every year convincing you that a bad drive is just a technology problem. It's the ultimate retail lie. If a $600 piece of titanium actually cured a slice, the average handicap would have plummeted a decade ago. Instead, everyday golfers are spending tour-level money just to hit the exact same trees they hit last year. Why? Because you are falling for the setup trap. You can buy all the tungsten weighting and twist face technology in the world. It won't save you if your shoulders are open at address. You can buy a premium low-spin shaft. It means absolutely nothing if your ball position guarantees an out-to-in swing path. The uncomfortable truth: 90% of amateur slices are mathematically guaranteed before the club even moves backward. The big brands know this, but they can't mass-produce a proper stance, so they sell you a new club head instead. Today, we are exposing the real reason your expensive driver feels like a massive waste of money. We are breaking down the specific setup traps that are destroying your drives and revealing the pre-swing adjustments that actually dictate where the ball goes. Put your wallet away. Stop blaming the equipment. Here is exactly why you are still slicing the ball and how to finally fix it. The golf industry sells you distance. They don't sell you geometry. And geometry is exactly why your $600 driver is actively working against you. You are buying hardware to fix a software glitch. Let's break down the 5 setup traps that guarantee a slice, starting with the biggest lie on the tee box. Trap number 1, the alignment illusion. You walk up to the tee, you pick a target, you lay a club down across your toes, perfectly parallel to the fairway. You think you are aimed straight. You are not. Here is the problem. Your feet don't hit the golf ball. Your club face and your shoulders do. When you force your feet to be perfectly parallel to the target line, your brain naturally pulls your lead shoulder open to get a better look down the fairway. An open shoulder line dictates an out-to-in swing path. It is biological inevitability. If your shoulders point left of the target, your club will travel left of the target, swiping violently across the ball. What happens next? The club manufacturers tell you to buy a draw-biased driver. They slap a heavy tungsten weight in the heel of the club. They claim it will close the face for you. It won't. A closed face on an out-to-in swing path doesn't fix a slice. It creates a pull hook. You just traded a miss in the right woods for a miss in the left woods. The fix is free. Drop your trail foot back 2 inches. Close your shoulder line. Feel like your back is facing the target for a fraction of a second longer. You just neutralized your swing path without spending a dime. Trap number 2, the launch monitor lie. Every YouTube coach and simulator datasheet tells you the same thing. To maximize distance, you must hit up on the golf ball with a positive angle of attack. To do this, they tell you to place the ball completely off your front heel. Here is what they don't tell you. The golf swing is a circle. If you move the ball too far forward in your stance, you are making contact with the ball after the club has already reached the lowest point of that circle. What happens after the low point? The club starts traveling back inside. It moves left. By putting the ball on your front toe, you are literally forcing yourself to swipe across it. You are adding 1,000 RPMs of side spin to a ball that costs $5 a pop. Callaway and TaylorMade try to solve this with low-spin driver heads. The Sub-Zero, the LS models. They lower the center of gravity to drop spin rates, but they can't fix the strike geometry. Move the ball back just 1 ball width toward your center. Yes, your angle of attack might drop a single degree, but you will hit the inside quadrant of the golf ball. An absolutely crushed drive with optimal spin from a standard head will always outperform a glancing blow with a low-spin head. Trap number 3, the neutral grip scam. Open a golf manual from 1985, and it will tell you to use a neutral grip, the V's of your hands pointing at your chin. It worked for Ben Hogan. It works for Rory McIlroy. You are not Rory McIlroy. You sit at a desk. You do not have the hip rotation of a 25-year-old tour pro. For the modern amateur, a neutral grip is actually a weak grip. When you grip the club neutrally, but lack elite body rotation, your hands naturally flip at the bottom of the swing. The club face hangs wide open. The result? A weak, high slice that barely clears 200 yards. The industry's answer? Buy a lighter shaft. Buy a softer flex. They tell you that you just need more kick at the bottom to square the face. You drop $250 on a premium aftermarket Ventus shaft, hoping it saves you. It's a band-aid on a bullet wound. You don't need a $250 piece of graphite. You need a strong grip. Rotate your lead hand until you see 3 knuckles. Rotate your trail hand underneath the grip. This presets the club face closed. When you swing normally and your body stalls out, the face will naturally return to square. You just bought yourself a draw for $0. Trap number 4. The 7-iron posture. Watch an amateur on the tee box. They step up to the driver exactly like they step up to a mid-iron. Their weight is perfectly 50-50. Their shoulders are dead level with the ground. This is a death sentence for a driver. When your shoulders are level, your spine is vertical. When your spine is vertical, your natural swing arc is steep. You are going to chop down on the ball like you are taking a divot with a wedge. When you chop down on a driver, you pop it up in the air, or you wipe across it. It's a glancing blow. You lose 30 yards of carry instantly. The manufacturers know amateurs hit down on the driver. That's why they keep pushing high-launch carbon faces and moving the center of gravity lower and further back. They are engineering club heads to survive your terrible posture. Stop relying on the club head to save your launch angle. Create the launch angle before you swing. Bump your lead hip toward the target. Drop your trail shoulder so it sits noticeably lower than your lead shoulder. You should feel a slight tilt in your spine away from the target. This 8-degree tilt changes your entire swing plane. It shallows out your path. It guarantees you will launch the ball high with low spin. You just engineered your own distance. Trap number 5, the tension tax. You are holding a $600 club. You bought a $50 box of Pro V1s. There is water on the right. You desperately want to hit it 280 yards. What happens? Your brain goes into fight or flight. You grip the club like you are trying to choke it to death. Your forearms lock up. Your shoulders tense up. Tension is the ultimate speed killer. But worse than that, tension destroys the release of the club head. To square a driver face at 100 miles per hour, your forearms must rotate. Your wrists must unhinge. If your grip pressure is a 10 out of 10, those muscles lock. The toe of the club gets stuck behind the heel. The face stays wide open. You hit a vicious slice into the water. The equipment industry loves tension, because tension leads to inconsistency, and inconsistency sends you back to the golf shop looking for a more forgiving club. They sell you oversized grips and vibration-dampening shafts to make the club feel softer, hoping it tricks your brain into relaxing. Save your money. Hover the club head half an inch off the ground right before you swing. It is physically impossible to have a death grip on the club if you are hovering it. The tension instantly leaves your forearms. The club head will release naturally. The ultimate takeaway: the setup versus the sell. Every single one of these traps has a recurring theme. They are biomechanical errors that the golf industry tries to solve with retail products. They see your open shoulders, so they sell you draw bias weights. They see your poor ball position, so they sell you low spin heads. They see your weak grip, so they sell you active tip shafts. They see your level posture, so they sell you low CG carbon crowns. It is a brilliant business model. It is also why the average golf handicap hasn't dropped a single stroke in 30 years, despite billions of dollars in technological advancements. The driver in your bag right now is completely capable of hitting high, drawing bombs down the middle of the fairway. Whether it says Titleist, Ping, PXG, or Maltby on the bottom, the titanium face is regulated by the USGA. It can only be so fast. The core technology maxed out a decade ago. The variables that actually matter aren't manufactured in a factory. They are decided in the 3 seconds before you take the club back. Alignment, ball position, grip, posture, tension. Master those 5 things, and that $600 driver will finally start playing like one. Ignore them, and you will just be another ATM for the golf industry. Funding next year's marketing budget one sliced Pro V1 at a time. Stop letting a marketing department dictate your handicap. The golf equipment industry relies entirely on your frustration. They need you to step up to the 18th tee, slice another drive into the adjacent fairway, and immediately pull out your phone to search for a completely new club. It is a relentless cycle, built on insecurity, and funded by your wallet. But the exact moment you stop blaming the equipment and start fixing your geometry, you break that cycle. You stop being a consumer and finally start being a golfer. That $600 driver in your bag isn't a magic wand, but it isn't a piece of garbage either. It is just a tool. And a tool only does exactly what the operator tells it to do before the swing even starts. Close your stance. Move the ball back, strengthen your grip, tilt your spine, drop the tension. Take the $600 you were going to blindly spend on next year's revolutionary carbon-faced driver and keep it in your pocket. Spend 10 minutes on the practice tee actually dialing in your alignment instead. You can keep funding the endless corporate hype machine, or you can actually take control of your own swing. The choice is entirely yours. Are you still planning to buy a new driver this season, or are you finally going to fix your setup? Let us know down in the comments.